Газета? Их телега уже давно не появлялась. Я слышала, что цена была низкая и рабочих рук у них не хватало. Эти торговцы жадные, как бездонная яма. Впрочем, как и те фермеры. Дым, пыль, приискиватели — это последнее, что нужно этому бедному городу. В прошлый раз она была в отъезде целый год и не прислала ни одного письма. Сейчас она опять уезжает в такие места, где подружиться можно только с комарами, вшами и с цельными. Святая Мария, не дай ей заболеть или вернуться домой ослепшей, как та женщина. Вы имеете в виду медаль, врученную за исследование? Она из бронзы. Кто знает, сколько рублей она стоит. Не говоря уже о тех балах, которые она упустила. Молодые кавалеры приходили и уходили, но у нее даже не было возможности с ними познакомиться.
Route confirmed. Clothes, maps, carriage ticket, reference letter, glass bottles, rock hammer, and the knife in my pocket. Oh, I need to waterproof the papers. Linen, it's, oh, here it is. I could bring more new parchment this time. Wait, why is it already used? It's a record I wrote from dictation. Judging from the handwriting, I must have done it in the wilds. The edge is ragged, so probably it's been stored for over a year since it dried. Over a year? Oh, it's the travel diary Madame Besmertz asked me to write down for her. Maybe I should call it travel notes? Either way, I think I had completed the arrangement and sent the original to her. There's no way I forgot such an important thing. So, what is it doing here? And it's missing a few days of records. October 10, October 16, October 17, October 17. Cloudy. We sold the carriage and rented boats from the local farmers to sail along the River before it froze. In this way, we might be able to enter the city of Omsk without passing the North Gate. After all, the travelers from the Far East had said the city was heavily guarded like a fortress, and the guards would not overlook the slightest inconsistency between people's stories and their documents. We had to go through this trouble because we were in such a rush when we set off that we had little time to prepare the documents. They were far from authentic enough to convince the guards.
Before we left, I gave several speeches to raise funds for the travel. The last speech was in a new park in the downstream area of the River. My assistant described to me that the park was crowned by a large pile of cumulate rock, which was burdened with the European Russian vegetation, all in its best time of year. This is the note on the 17th, the day after October 18th. I have almost no recollection of that day. Child, do you recall anything?
October 18. I do. After we took a break and collected the supplies we needed, you talked to the governor. He introduced you to a historian and sent a land surveyor.
Oh. Yes, I remember it now. Bits of trivia. Let's skip that day for now.
Yes, madam.
October 19th, partly sunny. I elaborated on my plan in my speech in the park. One of my arguments mentioned the Douchois festival in the Eastern Land.
Legend of the Douchois festival.
I was gratified to see that the audience was drawn to the relations between land worship and the historical geological features in Asia, and the investigation materials about a long-lost arcane skill. While the forms of land worship vary from one religion to another, the stories about an Eastern arcane skill known to the merchants as Ask and Acquire are almost identical. In those stories, men and women with determined minds overcame the highest mountain and the deepest canyon to seek an answer. They patiently endured the suffering like the ascetics, pleading for the gods of Shirti's motherly mercy and hoping to be given what they asked. Even to this day, after the seekers are long gone, the god has never shown itself to any one of us. But we know it was there, for there is no better proof of the Ask and Acquire than this revived land. There is a sureness in people's remarks on Ask and Acquire. They are certain about its authenticity, like any geologist would not doubt the difference of soils and floodplains and mountains. That's right. Do we really have to see it to believe it? None of us have ever touched one sedimentary rock, but we can infer that such a thing exists.
Madam, your analogy?
Is there a problem?
The existence of sedimentary rock can be verified, but that of the lost arcane skill cannot.
Which is what I'm going to do now, to find the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle.
Pardon me, ladies. She's right. We do need to find something, otherwise, how are we supposed to make up for this time we've spent running and waiting?
What?
Take a good look around.
The rain has stopped.
Don't act like you just noticed it, miss. How much longer are we going to wait, huh? Long enough for the vultures to eat the flesh and bones?
You!
Mr. Krolik, you're troubled by unnecessary concerns. The vultures are scavengers. They are here only for the animal corpses brought by the thunderstorm. They will leave us alone.
So they don't pose a threat. Then what's with the waiting?
If you're trying to get us back on the road, you have the right to propose it directly. The team discusses to decide the next step. That's how things have worked all the way. We are not trying to waste your time.
That's what I mean. We should get going now.
I see. We will suggest the directions as usual, and everyone will vote to decide, and...
Oh no, you don't get it. There's no need to discuss or vote. Because we are not going forward, but going back. That's the only direction available. I'm not the only one with this idea, Miss Besmer. Those legends from the East, that the show festival, is it? And the arcane trick you call ask and acquire. None of them matter more than our lives. Can anyone promise there won't be another emergency like this? What if we can't find shelter next time? Yeah. We'll be lying dead out there just like those corpses.
I hear you. Given what happened earlier, it is only reasonable that you would wish to return.
So are we on the same page?
I fully understand where you're coming from, and I acknowledge your reasoning.
What are you trying to...
But we still need a vote to decide.
Wait.
No problem, of course. It's the civilized way to solve it. But I require we skip the speech. We have no time to waste on your monologue.
All right.
Madam!
All right, gentlemen. If you agree to go back, please, raise your hand. Four to two. See, we can make decisions in no time. Right?
This is the trap, madam. We can't just... Are you really fine with going back empty-handed like this?
The vote was required by Miss Besnert, not me. And you, I'll take it that you're challenging me to a duel if you continue with this slander.
No, good sir, please don't take it the wrong way. We don't have to go physical.
What about Mr. Urian? He has not voted yet, so the vote is not over.
Oh, he's too tired to show up. But I'm sure he shares the same idea with us because... we are all humans. Of course he's on our side.
Say no more, Krolik. Pack your things. Let's head back.
Fine. We'll split up from here then.
We'll take all the supplies with us, or we can't make our way back. No discussion.
Gentlemen, the team was put together in good faith. Perhaps we should negotiate, not...
The compass doesn't work here. You need me to find the way back. Leave our supplies, and I'll show you the way.
You have to do this the hard way.
Look at my back.
No worries.
Fine.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
That, my friends, is not how civilized people solve their problem.
Mr. Jorian!
Mr. Jurian.
Monsieur Krolik, I thought you were here to discuss the reallocation of supplies with Madame Besmer. I didn't expect this.
Well,
It's true that you didn't choose to be here. You are here because you have an important mission given by the governor to complete. We have come this far. Do you really want to give up now? As for you, gentlemen, Petrov, I'm surprised you're here too. It's a risk that none of us expected, but it shouldn't have broken your will. I remember you showed a great interest in those ancient strata in the south when we were at the speech.
All we need is safety. There will always be a buffer period after extreme weather. We should seize the chance and head back. If you persuade Miss Besmet to give us a confirmed date before which we can find the running water and come back, we can stick to the original plan.
Madame Besmer?
Certainly. You see, these are all negotiable.
Wait, about the date. We can only decide after making an inventory.
You have 30 minutes.
That's enough.
You know... Mr. Jorian is very interested in Arcanum and Arcanists. He is the keenest supporter of our journey besides the governor. Even if his understanding of Ask and Acquire is significantly different from mine. The legend of Ask and Acquire, as told by many merchants, always involves a certain price. The price takes different forms in the stories, but mostly it is a great danger.
I believe that refers to the highest mountain and deepest canyon in those stories.
I reckon so. But Mr. Jorian, as a human historian studying the arcane skill, believes it's a form of exchange that arcanists make with nature.
And you think he's wrong?
At this stage, we can't verify anything, so all these assumptions will have to remain assumptions. However, as we are getting closer to that mysterious land, my craving for its knowledge is also becoming stronger. What do we know about the supplies?
Put aside the water problem, the supplies can feed everyone for 8 days, maybe 12 if we economize. We can hold even longer if there are any preys or herders along the way.
Are there any supply stations?
Our supply stations are not on these plains. At least not on the map.
How much drinking water and alcohol do we have left?
Approximately... Oh great. These idiots put water in the alcohol. Now we are short of both.
At least the alcohol has kept them warm.
They could have just drunk the alcohol.
All right, child. Now we should focus on the direction for the next step, not these bits of trivia. Regarding which, just to be clear, what I have in mind is only slightly better than nothing.
Better how?
The moist air and the soil. Have you noticed? The soil beneath our feet is way too sticky, even for a land after a thunderstorm. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I tend to think that there is groundwater beneath us. Which means we are close to running water.
All right. Let me think about how to get us there.
Can't you use your arcane skill?
What? Just because you don't know what to do doesn't mean you should count on this thing. You're not like them.
I just want to make use of everything we have.
Fine, I told you how it works. Without new running water, the old samples in the bottles can only show us the way back. That's the best they can do. This one is from the lower course of the River. The arcane energy I can use for divination has almost faded away. Can it show us the way back? Sure, but that's not what we want. Only Mr. Krolik and his men would be happy to hear that.
To think on the bright side, we still have a chance to go home.
But I didn't leave my homeland to go back there, madam.
Yes, I know. I feel the same. I'm not suggesting we turn back immediately. It's just an option. To the best of my recollection, such moist soil is often found in the mountains and floodplains of the temperate zone, especially in the forest steppes covered with Chernozem. The landscape is very different from where we are now. Before we sheltered from the thunderstorm, you told me about a mountain in the southeast. It blocked the horizon from our sight, right? Based on this, I would assume the thunderstorm was the result of a stronger convection coming from the other side of the mountain. Now, on the steppe, to form a cloud large enough to bring a thunderstorm would require a large amount of running water.
And the source of the running water is probably on the other side of the mountain.
Exactly. We can set off in that general direction. We might not find any water there. That's the worst result. In that case, we can still return here with the help of your arcane skill. As long as we have that glass bottle with us.
That's right.
We tell them we need another 5 days. They won't accept more days than that. If they won't even settle for this, I will convince them, like I did when I first got them on the team.
Mademoiselles, this is a miracle. I'm glad we didn't give up and go back.
Wait. Something's not right.
What are we waiting for? We are on the right path. I have nothing to say.
No, wait. Please don't.
What? Madam, you didn't tell us the running water was right on the side when we pitched camp yesterday.
Yes, because I didn't notice any signs of water.
I thought it was your doing.
I wish it was. But sadly, this is beyond my power. I'm not even sure if we are still staying on the planned route. Indeed. I can hear the river flowing and running against the stones and shores.
Have you noticed anything else?
Yes. I'm not an expert, though. The soil here is moist too, but it feels different. Like just dampened by frequent spring rains. The dry air of winter has completely gone.
And the grass here looks nothing like the temperate grass we should be seeing in December. It's so green, as if it were April or May now.
But we haven't gone that far. Is this some kind of illusion brought by arcane power?
Whether it's an illusion or something else, there must be something wrong with the water they drank.
You're right. We can't let them drink it. Gentlemen, please listen. The water.
Hold on, madam. It's too late.
I have to tell them. I am the reason why they are here.
Listen, they have filled the water bags and are coming back.
What's wrong? Are you not going to fill your water bags?
Nothing. We'll go later.
The water is clean. You can even see the trout swimming. Too bad we need to keep our packs light.
Thank you. We'll fill our bags once we figure out which way we should go next.
Krolik is still by the river. He seems parched. Is he the reason you didn't go there?
No.
All right. No problem then. I'll go check and feel the rest.
Please, wait here, madam. I'll go check.
Madame Besmer!
Mr. Jorian, did you drink the water?
Oh, I did. Just like Petrov said, the water is clean. A bit sweet to taste, even.
That's good then. You were looking for me. Is there a problem?
No. Look, I know you don't need any compliments, but thank you for leading us to the running water. I'm glad you once again earned their trust.
Maybe we should thank the Ask and Acquire.
Perhaps. Now, it's time for us to set out again for the Eastern Arcane skill you mentioned. But before we do that, I remember you once mentioned your assistant during your speech. saying her arcane skill was related to water and could find directions in the wild.
Yes, you remember it correctly.
Ah, that is so wonderful. Earlier you said that this was a safe gap, but at the time you did not explain in detail how it would work. Now, may I have the honor to witness it? How does she communicate with water? Will she be possessed? Or like those mystics in the palace?
Sir, my arcane skill cannot predict what will happen precisely, and it is not cast through possession. Please do not overestimate what you don't understand and simply count on it.
I know, child. I'm only curious and hoping to see it with my own eyes.
No, sir. It is not an exhibit in the museum or a play in the theater.
Oh.
They look all right.
For now, yes. I feel uneasy about it. I have to go there.
There is little you can do even if you go there, given the condition of your eyes. I will go check them, one by one.
Wait. Mr. Jorian just asked about your arcane power. Maybe now was a good time.
What?
When you look for the direction with your arcane skill, check if the water is real.
What if it's not?
In that case, child, we have no choice but to divine our way back, with the water in your bottle.
Fine, I'll do it. I will find the direction through divination, verify if the water is running, and check if anything's wrong. Святые воды, пожалуйста, теките, теките. Пусть ваша милосердная любовь и забота плывут вместе с пеной вдаль. По пути вы сможете поливать корни, увлажнять траву и обливать душу медом. Как будто поднять поток с рифа, об который разбиваются волны. Я пойду к этому потоку. Все будет так, как я сказала. Southeast.
You've seen something, haven't you?
Easy, Yenny. Take your time.
Yes. Yes. The sign has come out. I asked the river to show me the place with the strongest arcane energy. Then it pointed at the southeast among all the other directions. That is probably the direction we are looking for. And yes, this river is real. Running water. It is flowing with vitality.
All right. Perhaps I was wrong.
It's never wrong to consider all the possibilities, madam. Please, wait here. I will mark the direction and inform everyone of it.
Sure.